So next year I will be 60. When I was 15, a part of my soul froze. It took a lot of creative energy to lock me down so tightly around something that I told no one. It's taken me 45 years to be able to sit here and ask for your help. I was driven to write Jane not because I ever wanted to be a spokesperson for the experience of rape. Believe me, that's not a fun thing, and it's a weird thing. I remember my mother told me after she knew, never tell anyone because people will always look at you differently. So there's a reason that most of us tell no one. I guess I should say that Jane wrote me. It became an unrelenting force inside of me to get something back and to reclaim the energy that 15-year-old had held so tightly, and to tell her that I had not abandoned her and that it was safe to come home. Women in rooms alone talk about sexual assault. 1 in 5 of us have experienced some form of this. The men in my life grieve too. They grieve for what's happened to their wives and their daughters, or for their own hidden experiences of sexual assault. And still, as a community, we're having a hard time talking about it. Our director, Mike, sent me a list this morning of movies that are on the big IMDb website, which talks about all the different movies that are made. And he had looked up rape and revenge movies, so we could kind of start comparing. And I have to tell you, I was beyond horrified. Over 3/4 of the movies that are listed there are have posters that scream that there's something very sexy and very titillating about rape and about revenge. That is not the story that I have to tell. As most of you know, rape is an act of violence and an act of control. Inside of it is the reality that you, the one being done to, become an object, not a subject. And that feeling of becoming an object is very, very hard to heal. It's something that happens that changes the trajectory of your life forever, and there will be few people that you'll ever tell. If you're like me, you will never go for a walk alone again. You will never stay in a hotel if you're not on a high floor and all the windows aren't locked. Your sexual negotiations will take an amazing partner, which I have, and they'll be complicated, and your sense of basic trust will be compromised forever. But at almost 60, standing here with my friends and my family, in this creative community of artists, I think I can say that I am speaking from the position of a person who is whole. And I am an advocate for a reality that says that there is a spark in each of us that nothing can destroy. And that's why we're making the film. Jane is really meant to talk about what happens after the rape. That we take our character through it. We take a 15-year-old girl, and one of the things I'm really proud about the film is that we're actually using a 15-year-old girl, not a 28-year-old girl, because it's the experience of a 15-year-old girl that begins the vibration of the film. The trauma of the event of rape sets her in motion for discovering herself and recovering herself. Our point of our film is that she's not an object. Her body belongs to her, and that there are smart, helpful adults around her, which is something we're not seeing a lot of in television and filmmaking right now. Our girl gets help from great adults, and I'm really proud of that, and from great men. So I am standing for a girl named Jane, and this movie is going to get made. We have a passionate commitment to this. We are going to finish it. So if you're going to invest or donate, I can promise you we will finish this film. I want to talk a little bit about, this part's easier for me. I want to thank